There's a topic I'm really fired up about, and I've hesitated to talk about it because I'm not an expert in this industry. And that topic is the things I wish I knew about managing my money and money in general when I started my business. I think it's super important that you keep on watching if you are a female entrepreneur. I've been to a handful of female entrepreneur meetups and events in the last couple of years where the question has been asked to the group, how many of the female entrepreneurs have a budget for their business? And I'm usually one of very few people who raise their hand. This is not me getting on my high horse and saying that I'm really good at money management and why does everybody suck at it? I am terrible at money naturally. I've never been great at managing money. In college, I got myself into a bunch of credit card debt by going on spring break, and I thought that my student loans were free money for me to spend. It's taken me a lot of years to overcome my inadequate feelings about money, feeling inferior to men when it comes to talking about money, and really owning the fact that I can manage my own money, learn about investments, and take care of the health of my own business. If you're one of the women who right now is giving away your power when it comes to money to your partner, to a financial advisor, to somebody else in your life, the last thing I want you to do is to feel guilty. But what I do want you to know is that you are capable of doing this, and that by learning to manage your money, getting better at managing your money, you are going to create a huge ripple effect for the women who you know. So in an effort to make women more comfortable talking about money, I'm going to share with you the lessons I've learned about money since starting my business back in 2012. Number one is you need to know yourself and the way that you manage money and handle money. Are you a saver who is constantly denying yourself to spend your money? Are you a spender who has trouble saving money? Are you somebody who likes to bury your head in the sand when it comes to money and ignore your bills? As a spender, I need to set up an automatic savings for myself, and this has been one of the greatest things that I've ever done. And as somebody who saves sometimes a little bit too much and denies myself to actually have fun, I give myself a spending budget every once in a while when I feel like I've been really stingy and I force myself to go out and spend all of that money. If you're somebody who ignores your bills, then what I want you to do is to just go and open and look at all of your bills. That's it. Just look at them. The next big lesson that I've learned about money in the last several years is that your business is going to cost a lot more than your personal life. I think a lot of women look at their businesses as hobbies and kind of like something to the side of the main income of their family, and thus the business should cost less money to operate than the family budget. Sometimes I have women tell me that they're afraid to invest in themselves because the program that they're looking at buying costs more than their rent. And what I always tell them is every single thing I've ever bought for my business cost more than my rent. So it's just a little bit of a mindset shift that I think we need to get into, of feeling more powerful in our businesses and seeing our businesses as an entity apart from our personal lives, and we deserve to have these businesses. On that note, I hope it goes without saying that you need to keep your business money completely separate from your personal money. You should have a business account. You should treat any kind of loans from family as a loan from the bank. There should be terms on that loan. When are you going to pay it back? Is there any interest on it? When you do this, it makes it a lot less weird, like you have to go to your husband or your partner for permission or validation about things, because you really shouldn't be going to anybody to get validation about your business purchases. Getting advice and input, sure, but ultimately it is your decision. All right, the next thing I've learned is that investing is what separates people who are having crazy amazing success from people who are never getting off of the ground floor. I think some of this goes back to the point we just addressed about how business expenses are usually going to be more than your personal expenses. And one thing you have to get used to as a business owner or as somebody who wants to become the best version of themselves and have success is that you will have to invest in yourself. And I'm not talking about joining one e-course and expecting that to create your income for the next 10 years. Because I frequently see women bringing this up when there's another course that's available. I'm like, well, I already bought this other course like 2.5 years ago and that was expensive, so I really shouldn't be buying anything else now. And the point is that if you need the result that the course is going to give you and you have the money to buy it and it's worth it to you, what you spent your money on 2.5 years ago should have no bearing on this new investment. Okay, I'm really excited about this next thing because it's something I never thought I would be interested in, and that is investing in the sense of investing in the stock market. Almost every single resource on this has always been geared towards men. When you go into a bank to this day, chances are that you're going to be treated differently as a woman talking about investing than a man. I don't know know about you, but I didn't grow up with people treating me like they expected me to know things about money. Frankly, women, men, doesn't matter. People in general just don't know enough about managing their personal finances. I've come across so many books, resources, and tools that have helped me to go from being terrified of money to feeling really empowered about my money, having a budget, investing in myself, and doing all kinds of other things that I never thought I would be doing. I've put all of these things together in my toolkit that I want to give to you. So you just have to scroll down under the video on the blog post to get access to that toolkit. Next thing I want you to know is while I totally want you to be investing in yourself and in your business, you've got to get away from thinking that every single course is going to be a magic pill and that it gives you an excuse to put things on your credit card. I'm not going to tell you not to use your credit card for business expenses because I totally used debt and credit to get started in my business. I didn't necessarily do it well, and I'm not going to recommend my way of doing it, but it's what I did. Don't justify your purchases by telling yourself this will be the thing that changes everything, because that is a little bit dangerous. If you can't see the logical, rational plan of action and the return exactly on what's gonna happen, you gotta get away from that wishful thinking and people who are selling you on the dream without anything to back it up. Another thing that's really helped me is letting somebody else see my numbers. I'm someone who had a lot of shame about my numbers, about the debt that I was carrying, and when I brought somebody in to look at those books, to look at those numbers and statements and tell me, you're really not in that bad of shape, here's what we're gonna do to get you to reach your goals, it made me feel a lot better. I felt like I could no longer get away with kind of like just buying things randomly without keeping track because I wasn't the only one looking at the numbers. And the more people I have on my team looking at these numbers, the less I can get away with kind of just frivolous, crazy spending on things that I don't really need. Okay, the next one's juicy, and it is to save for taxes. You should be saving a percentage of every single month's revenue into a separate savings account for your taxes. A lot of entrepreneurs have been in the sticky situation where they've gotten their tax bill and they didn't have the money to pay for it. This is something that I've done well from day one. All right, my final tip for you is that if you are in desperate need of making money right now, this is my best make money fast tip for you. Get a job. There is no reason at all whatsoever why you should be putting that kind of stress on your business. You will choke your business to death if you try to make it make money and you need money to put food on the table and you need money to cover your basic necessities, or you're just totally stressed out financially because your business isn't making enough money. You need to get a job and build your business on the side. I don't even care if you have a partner or somebody who's helping you out financially or you're sharing the burden with. You're going to feel so much better, so much more empowered, and you're going to create such a bigger ripple effect in your financial health if you go and start making some more money in a way that is going to ease that burden for yourself. To be frank, this is my biggest regret of all, is that I was a little bit too rebellious and didn't have a job long enough to really support myself while I was starting my business. And if I could go back in time, this is the one thing that I would do differently. All right, ladies, I know that was a meaty one all about money. Don't forget to go over to the blog post and grab your money toolbox with all of the resources, my favorite resources for getting better at managing money, feeling more confident about your money, learning how to budget, all of those types of things. I know it's not sexy, but this is your responsibility to take care of this stuff. We need better women money role models, and you're up. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.